Braden had been impaled through the eye. The force of the fall had driven Braden bomb. School is supposed to be a safe place, a place where kids learn, play, and grow.
It's supposed
But sometimes
to be a safe
the most
place.
mundane, everyday objects can become instruments.
School is supposed to be a safe place. Sometimes, if you're in a strict school, yes, the teacher might be strict on you, but you know when a teacher like that.
And sometimes the most painful deaths are the ones that happen in the blink of an eye, during something as innocent as a gym class.
Gym?
In April 2023, Braden Baum,
3 years
a
ago.
16-year-old sophomore at Cheney High School in Washington, was in his fourth period PE class. He was a popular, athletic kid, the kind of teenager who was always full of life.
Was y'all actually popular in school? Or was y'all like the kid that got all the friends, the fame, the glory, and got everything?
On this particular Thursday afternoon, he was running, just like any other day. And then he tripped. He fell forward and his face collided with a metal goalpost.
Oh!
But it wasn't a simple bump on the head.
No. I had to pause it right there because if I get even worse, then what I probably really imagine.
Responders who arrived at the scene were met with a horrific sight. Braden had been impaled through the eye. The force of the fall had driven a part of the goalpost into his eye socket.
The eye socket? How did you... I don't know how tripping over a rock made you do this.
Causing a catastrophic injury that the fire chief later described as not sustainable with life.
Not sustainable?
His classmates watched in horror as school staff and paramedics rushed to his side, desperately trying to stabilize him.
Damn.
He was unconscious.
Even the parents have been upset at this. But you gotta understand, he tripped over a rock. How you trip over a rock and hit a goalpost into your eye socket like that? That gotta be the worst thing ever.
His life hanging by a thread. He was rushed to Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center, but there was nothing they could do. Braden Baum died from his injuries. The school and the community were plunged into mourning. A GoFundMe was set up to help his family with funeral costs. The death was ruled a tragic freak accident. But it's a story that sticks with you. The image of a teenager running and laughing one second and impaled on a goalpost the next.
Even in the split of a second, things can turn into happy to sadness.
Safest of places, death can be waiting in the most unexpected and painful of ways.
School too.
Muhammad Hambali Sumathi.
Kids
will be kids.
I don't even know.
They'll run.
Like,
they'll jump.
Is that name a Spanish name? Chinese? Hey, I'm not trying to be racist, but it sounds like Chinese. It had to
climb on things they're not supposed to. It's part of growing up. But what happens when a moment of playful rebellion turns deadly? When a simple act of fun ends in a crushed skull? On the morning of April 24th...
Why are you doing all this? How old are you to be doing something like that?
2017, Muhammad Hambali Sumathi, a 13-year-old student at Geylang Methodist Secondary School in Singapore,
my little brother
in his gym class.
I'm better to
He was a friendly, active kid who loved to play football. And on this day, during a break in the game, he did something that thousands of kids do every day, all over the world.
What?
He jumped up and grabbed the crossbar of the metal soccer goal.
How stupid you gotta be to do something like this? This is the stupidest thing I ever seen someone done.
Hanging from it with a grin on his face. But this wasn't a permanent, anchored goal. It was a movable one. And as Hambali hung from the crossbar, his weight caused the entire structure to tilt forward. His classmates watched, probably laughing, not realizing the danger.
What the kids even thinking
over.
what was going to happen
the
to
heavy
him?
metal frame came crashing down right on top of Hambali.
Bro, why are we getting soccer goals? Is there any other death in here besides getting killed by a soccer goal?
His head. He was knocked unconscious instantly, Paramedics arrived and tried to resuscitate him, but his head injuries were too severe. He was rushed to the hospital, and he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival.
The first one was accident. This one was definitely his fault.
I think
he wanted to die. He had to.
The police classified his death as unnatural and launched an investigation. The school field was closed.
You should already know he jumped on the goalpole, hang on it, and kids started laughing. So you gotta blame the kids for sitting there laughing and not stop him, and you gotta blame him.
Principal called it a tragedy. And it was. But it was also a preventable one.
Definitely was.
The incident sparked a nationwide debate in Singapore about the safety of movable goalposts.
It should spark worldwide, not just nation, but the whole entire world.
And the need for proper anchoring. It's a story that's both heartbreaking and infuriating.
Yeah.
A child died.
It should have been properly stained, but he should already knew better to not hang on the goalpost in the first place.
Because of a piece of equipment that wasn't properly secured. He died
so you can't blame the school.
Being a kid,
you gotta blame him.
And that's a tragedy that should never happen. Kendrick Johnson. This next case is one of the most bizarre, controversial, and deeply disturbing school deaths you will ever
weird cases?
Hear about.
Huh.
It's a story that involves a rolled-up gym mat.
What I'm getting here, y'all, is we about to see this kid probably die in a roll-up gym mat, and parents don't even believe that their kid is dead. Or is it another way around it?
January 11th, 2013, at Lowndes High School in Valdosta, Georgia, students in the gymnasium noticed something strange.
2013 roll.
A pair of socks sticking out of the top of a large rolled-up wrestling mat that was standing upright in a corner. When they looked closer, they made a horrifying discovery. Inside the mat, wedged upside down,
I didn't even thought it was actually true for someone to die in a roll-up mat. I thought he really didn't die in a roll-up mat, but I guess I was right.
Body of 17-year-old Kendrick Johnson. His shoes into the center of the mat, and then, while trying to retrieve them, got stuck. Unable to breathe due to positional asphyxia.
How you got stuck? I don't understand the problem or the concept of the video. I don't even understand the concept of how this is not possible.
He suffocated. It's a plausible, if bizarre, explanation, but Kendrick's family never bought it. They believed he was murdered. They pointed to inconsistencies in the investigation, to missing surveillance footage, to the fact that Kendrick's body showed signs of a struggle.
I don't think the parents know how their son died, because they assuming someone killed their son. And I think they doing that just for the grief or for some money benefit for the son.
Accused two brothers, the sons of a local FBI agent, of killing Kendrick. The Department of Justice opened its own investigation, but ultimately no charges were ever filed. But the questions linger. How does a 17-year-old athlete get stuck in a gym mat?
Hey, all y'all asking that same question? How could a high schooler, a 17-year-old, get stuck in a gym mat and die from not breathing? That gotta be the dumbest thing to ever get stuck at and ever die in.
Die? Was it a freak accident? Or was it something more sinister? We may never know for sure. But what we do know is that Kendrick Johnson went to school one day and ended up dead, rolled up in a gym mat. And that's a fact that is as unbelievable as it is tragic. The Chennai chemist. Some kids are jocks, some are artists, and some are nerds.
Yeah,
the ones who
we got nerds, we got jocks, we got the popular, we got the golf, the gamer, we got the, I don't know, because a lot of school got like different personalities.
Love science, who are fascinated by how the world works, who spend their free time reading textbooks and dreaming of Nobel Prizes.
Yeah.
This is a story about one of those kids. A kid whose passion for science led to his own very painful death.
I don't understand why all these kids are killing themselves. Like, the one kid that gotta be the dumbest one would have to be the 13-year-old. I'm sad that he died, but I don't even know if I'm happy about it. Sad, like, it's so much things that going on.
24, a 17-year-old student in Chennai, India, was at home doing what he loved most, chemistry experiments. He was a bright kid, a student in his final year of high school with proper safety equipment.
The final year, like, your final semester in that school? If it is, then tell me in the comments.
He was in his own house, improvising, mixing chemicals he had managed to get his hands on. We don't know exactly what he was trying to make.
A lot of nerds like
firework,
him would definitely
small
do
rocket,
stuff like this.
Whatever it was, it went horribly wrong. Suddenly exploded. It blew out a wall of his house and caused the asbestos sheet roof to collapse on top of him. He was killed instantly.
His love of school, his love of science killed him. Like, how you die by the love of something that you love to do? That gotta be the scariest thing ever.
Lab. When the police and forensic experts arrived, they found a scene of utter devastation. The police registered a case of unnatural death. It's a tragic, cautionary tale. A story about a kid who was too smart for his own good, whose curiosity outpaced his understanding.
His curiosity outpaced his whole life. His curiosity of his dream made him do the unthinkable and kill himself.
Of the dangers he was dealing with. He wasn't a troublemaker. He was a scientist in the making. But his passion, his drive to learn and experiment, ended up costing him his life. Joshua Henderson. This next death is a slow one. A quiet, creeping, and incredibly painful one.
Creepy.
It's a death that happens not in a flash of violence, but over the course of weeks. On July 6th, 2025, Joshua Henderson, a 16-year-old football player at Bolton High School in Tennessee, was at summer practice. He was a gentle giant, a big, friendly kid who loved the game. And during a morning practice, Joshua collapsed on the field. His mother received a call that her son was unresponsive. His core body temperature had skyrocketed, and his organs were beginning to shut down.
What will make y'all have like a heat stroke? Cause I never had a heat stroke, but I don't know like what will make someone to have something like that.
Weeks, Joshua lay in a hospital bed fighting for his life.
3 weeks.
But the damage was
like
too
he been
severe.
in a coma?
One by one, his organs failed. His kidneys, his liver, his heart.
Cause normally, if you've been in a
July
coma,
27th,
you
after
can
3
come
weeks of
back
agony,
from a
Joshua
coma.
Henderson died. Were the coaches providing enough water breaks? Were they monitoring the players closely enough?
Would they?
Were they pushing these kids too hard in the dangerous summer heat?
They got it too.
Joshua's family was left with a gaping hole in their lives.
He died.
And a lot of questions.
I feel so sad for this kid. Die by the one thing you love is insane. This is the second kid that died by something that they love to do.
The girl in the gate. This last story is about a death that is so bizarre, so uniquely Japanese, that it's almost hard to believe it's real. It's a story about a schoolgirl, a bicycle, and a heavy, automated gate that became a medieval torture device. In the mid-2010s, at a high school in the Hyogo Prefecture of Japan, there was a very strict rule. You had to be on time.
Yeah, I'm never going to that school. If you are getting your first job, I can see you probably being on time for your first job. But if you talking about school, 9 out of 10, a lot of people are not going to be coming to school on time.
First, this rule, the school had a massive, heavy, metal sliding gate that closed automatically at a precise time every morning.
So,
one morning,
literally closing at a certain time at school like 911. You're late? You go get in trouble? What the punishment?
Often referred to in online deep dives as
this one you gotta ask running late to school for them.
She was riding her bicycle, wearing her helmet, pedaling as seconds away, and she made a fatal decision.
Why? Why would you do that? What is wrong with you?
The massive, multi-ton gate slid shut, trapping her and her bicycle between the gate and the fence post. The force was so immense that it crushed her, killing her instantly. Showed that the force of the gate was so powerful that it completely shattered her helmet. It offered no protection at all.
The school wasn't niggling. The student sometimes gonna be late because she probably knew the punishment that the school gonna give her for being like 1 or 2 minutes late.
Students would try to race the gate. They should have had a safety coordinator present. They should have had a gate with a safety sensor.
Should have like
they didn't.
Guard
and a
there
young
or
girl
something.
paid the price for their negligence.
It could have been something.
It's a story that's almost too absurd to be real.
Yeah.
A girl crushed to death by a school gate, all because she was trying to avoid being marked as late.
Yo, if that video was wild, you haven't seen anything yet. I put my funniest reaction right here in this playlist, and YouTube thinks you love this special video next. Click one of those, hit the sub button if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.